As we said, this is a short hunt and we'll come back to anything that we found. Little Anthony found some trench art.
It's not trench art.
So,
it's an Anzac badge. Anzac Day badge.
So,
or a sweetheart badge.
Yeah, it's an Australian with Australian Commonwealth Forces.
So either a sweetheart badge or an Anzac Day badge.
So we'll clean it up and we'll get more details on it. Can't do much now. But we found another little trash heap, so we're going to have a bit of a poke around in this. Sorry this one's a bit short, but it's been a bit quiet today. On and all, got another hunt today. What you're looking at on our first little recce in here is that we found what they call a tent site. And how we know this is that we've got this corner rock there, that one there. Look over to where the shovel is, that's the other end. When James gets here, I'll show the other side. And roughly it looks like a 16x16. Or a 12x12, and we'll have to measure that out eventually and see what it is. So yeah, they build these up around their tents so we get a bit of height and a bit of drainage. Also, I don't know why they like tents with rocks. Maybe it's to hold the shelter down, but I doubt it. So walking along here, we're walking along the edge of the tent up to the shovel, which is another corner area, and we take a turn. As you can see near the metal detector, we've got another corner, another slab. So we keep walking this way into the scrub. That's your corner there, and then we go back that way. So this is what they call one of our sites. So we'll look around here for a minute or two and see what we got. Might find another tent here. Could be also it might be indicate a corridor, but yeah, so we'll have a look around here. I think there's another tent up that way. So as you can see, the animals will be making the track through here, so that's how we found this one. So you never know, we continue this way along the track, we might come across another one. So it could be just an isolated one, but there actually is two here. So keep your eyes open. Maybe we've got a cluster of tents here. So it's a pretty good area, it's pretty drainage wise. So stick with us, we'll find the next find.
I'm wearing a World War II United States Army officer's uniform. We just recently received it in the mail for our group, so it gives the public an idea of what we're looking at. Now, what I'm actually holding in my hand is the typical officer's cap or enlistment's cap. Now, that is the standard coat of arms badge, which it represents the United States Army. Now, on the cap, it actually has two small cuff type buttons. So there, and it contains a brown band, and inside it's a leather band with material. On the top of my head is what we call a garrison cap. Now, all units were issued these overseas or in America, wherever they were. They had a colour band to represent the unit, but the officer of the United States Army did not carry the cause colour. They had a gold and black band, which represents officer, and had their rank put on the side. Now, this is an original one of the garrison cap. Just put that aside. Now, on this uniform, because I'm representing, I think it was George, no, it's not George. Anyway, I'm representing Tony George Beck. He's a made-up character of this unit. Now, he's somehow awarded the Bronze Star for actions. Now, this is legal for me to wear because I'm only wearing for about half an hour to an hour. Then it's going on to the mannequin. So, to all those veterans out there, I'm not going to be offending you while wearing it. And up here, he has his Combat Infantry badge. Now, that represents his time in combat. Up here, this is a sharpshooter's badge. He was sharpshooter in rifle and mortars. Now, with this sharpshooter's badge, it wasn't common for officers to wear them, but that's not saying they didn't wear them. And this particular one actually came out of the dump. One of the dumps, so it's an actual relic of this area. Up on the cuffs, we have a gold band. This gold band means it's an officer. Up on the top here, you have the rank of the person. At this stage, he's a captain, so it'll be 2 bars. Down, typical here, and on your coat buttons here are the eagle buttons, what we call eagle buttons. This is what we typically find in the American camps, and along with the square butt buckle. Now, these are pretty good pockets. Now, these are original twill pants. They were tailor-made or issued to officers to whatever they preserved. But this is original officer issued pants. Now, underneath my shirt is actually an enlistment's shirt. In saying that, I have seen photos of officers wear enlistment shirts. The difference between an officer and an enlistment shirt is they had epaulets. Now, the reason I've chose to wear the enlistment shirt, apart from it came with it, but in Australia, or wherever you were, it's whatever you can scrounge up, because the officer actually got to pick what shirt they wanted, and if they wanted a tailor one, they could get a tailor one made. So I've decided just to go with enlistment shirt because there was plenty there. Now, down the bottom here, they would have brown shoes or brown boots, whatever the officer preferred. At this stage, I'm wearing Northern Territory police boots. Original, but not original World II. Underneath here is a belt buckle. So usually you find the belt buckles in camps, but this one here is modern ADF. So like I said, and underneath here, the officer would also, or the enlistment will wear a tie. So that'll basically give you an idea. Apart from up here on the actual epaulets, this is the unit's collar badge. So you could have Cannon Company, Infantry. This one represents infantry. The US up here actually represents United States Army. So I hope this gives you guys out there a little bit of an idea of what an officer or a enlisted man's uniform would be. So the next time you go out there and look for them and you find something off this uniform, you get a bit of an idea. So this is just a short history on what the officer's uniform looked like. My reasons for wearing this today is we're doing a photo shoot, a past and present photo, and that's to commemorate the town's World War II history. So until we find the first relic, and I've got to get changed so we can go out there again, we're going to head back to where we found a Anzac badge, and we're going to pull out a rock, but we're going to head further up in that path there because there's got to be a lot more up there. There's a lane, a little train, a dump, but there's nothing else seen up there. And plus, there's 5 foxholes. So I'll catch you to the next hunt.
Lovely view for the day. What bushwalking's all about. Go for a walk and see what's out there.
Hello everyone. We're just digging possibly a cup out, so might be in a personnel area, so good find. Catch you to the next find. This could be a dump as well. We found it around the top, so I'm hoping not a dump, because it'll be a lot easier to dig if it's not a dump. So catch us.
Okay, back in our old hunting ground, and you never know what you can come in. We've had a couple of good weekends of good rain. This is what's left of your gators, American gators. Looks like we've got a bit of metal there, rusty metal. We've got a cap, could be beer, could be coke, but yeah, so as you can see we're in a bit of a gully, so anything washed out would have got washed down here, so it pays to check our old snapping grounds and have a look and see what's up these gullies and tracks that got washed out. So yeah, stick around and we'll show you more.
Unless you're spending it on something for the story. That's different, hey? You know you've got to spend the money.